who have something very special today. We have Wayne, who you guys have met before, and our 24-year-old son. We just got back from a trip to Yellowstone, and we wanted to share our experience with you.
The airport in Bozeman is one of the nicest airports, small, but one of the nicest airports we've flown into. From there, hit the local farmers market.
It was definitely worth it to go to the farmer's market. I thought there was fresh produce, meat, coffees.
What'd you think of the breakfast sandwich?
I thought it was one of the best breakfast sandwiches I'd ever had, and it was Dad's best breakfast sandwich he's ever had in his life, which is definitely saying something because that's his favorite meal of the day.
And we had bacon, egg, cream cheese. It was on a bagel.
It was super good, and they had sausage meat sticks that were awesome too.
But we did get to see quite a few things. They had a lot of different meats. We also got to meet a few locals, even though we're there a short time. From there, we went to Walmart to pick up some snacks, we knew we were going to be in the car for quite a long time. So we got some water and various things to nibble on while we traveled by car through the various stops we were planning in Yellowstone. From there, we had some beautiful scenery just driving from Bozeman down to the northern entrance where the Roosevelt Arch is. And
that was cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. And the sky just goes on forever everywhere you look when you first pull in.
Yeah, you figure out really quick why they call Montana Big Sky. Once you go through the arch, you're in Yellowstone, and you start your ascent to the park itself. And there's
there's shops. There's a post office. That was kind of cool to see their own post office.
Yeah, but the climb up the mountain, you're going about 20, 25 miles an hour. Lots of cutbacks going up the mountain.
Yes.
Really great scenery. Just don't be in a hurry.
But yeah, there were hardly any times where we didn't have good scenery. Like basically, I mean, there was one where we were going through and people were stopping to see some like grizzly bear cubs, and it was just trees on both sides. But I mean, still, you have the huge sky. So
if people see an animal, they'll definitely pull over and or slow down, and not pull over and just slow down and
in the middle
and that kind of stops everybody. So again, plan on lots of stops as you're driving through. People slowing down in certain areas. If there's a stray buffalo walking on the side of the road, then traffic will definitely slow and start. You'll end up in a line of traffic pretty quickly.
Oh, and also what was super helpful was if you used Apple Maps, you could see where there was traffic through the park. It would highlight it in yellow. So if you ever wanted to change your route or go somewhere else, that was super helpful.
Yeah, that's a good point. And it was accurate every time. You saw yellow on the map. There was definitely traffic there.
Yeah. Usually Bison crossing.
And then the first thing, once we got, I'll call it, to the higher elevation, the first stop.
The Mammoth Hot Springs?
Yeah, Mammoth Hot Springs, which was an amazing area. It looked like white stair steps.
Yeah, almost like ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
definitely otherworldly. I think most of Yellowstone was otherworldly. Definitely stuff I had never seen.
Yeah, and the great thing is you actually got to walk. They have boardwalk that goes throughout, and
that was cool.
And so you can, as much as you want to walk, as far as you want to walk, to see that there is boardwalk. They caution you not to step off. Chance of you could actually break through the crust, and it's steaming water, boiling water.
And I thought it was cool that there's like microorganisms that actually can live in it. I wouldn't think anything would be living in.
That's right after you get to the top of the I'll call it top of the mountain on the plateau there. That's the first thing you see. So it's pretty amazing immediately. There's just lots of great scenery. There's creeks, there are rivers. The roads basically follow along through those, beside those. So it's just a natural way to, go in between the mountains. And the park was the first national park. It was designated a national park in 1872, and it's as large as two states.
Well, we didn't really see Old Faithful the first day because it was storming. So there was a bar upstairs and a cool outside place where you could sit and watch the geyser, but you're kind of far away from it. The first night we saw it, there was a huge storm, so there was lightning and thunder, and that was cool to see the geyser, but it was from a distance.
You can see from horizon to horizon because of the sky. You can see the storms. If there's a storm and it's far off, it may affect you, but it may not. But it was kind of neat watching that storm move toward the lodge where we were, where Old Faithful is, and put on quite a lightning show.
What did you think about the food that was there that we ate there?
Yeah,
At Old Faithful.
we ate in
We ate in the dining area, and I had boar for the first time, and it was awesome. Well, mine was awesome.
I mean, one of the things you know is if you're in the park, it'll cost a little more than it will.
Well, true. Very true.
Any place where there's that many tourists, they're going to charge more.
I guess I kind of know they got you there.
Yeah, they got the captive
Can't
audience or captive customers. The lodge must have been built, I don't know exactly when, but very early after the park was commissioned.
Yeah.
It was very rustic. Probably you could look up when you're in the main part. It was probably 4 stories. You were looking up the stairs, going up, really big, huge logs. Definitely, it was all wood. Really, really pretty. A couple of fireplaces.
Knowing that the accommodations are around $500 a night if you stay in the park, and about half that if you stay an hour away outside the park, given that you've driven it and paid for it, which option would you have preferred?
Honestly, if you have the time, I would stay an hour outside. I thought the cabin was great. We sit on a ranch. It was absolutely beautiful, and if you have the time, you could explore the ranch. There's horseback riding. There's plenty of things to do. I would say if you only have a short amount of time and you have the money for it, then I would probably say stay inside the park. If you only have like a couple days, 3 days, and you have the money for it. What do you think?
Yeah, the first time you go, it's just a nice drive. There's so much to see, things you don't typically see in North Carolina.
Yeah.
So to me, I was the designated driver. The roads were, until you get in the park, are not very crowded. So
That's true. Yeah.
you can look around. Even if you're the driver, you can safely, enjoy the drive, enjoy the scenery. In an ideal world, stay in the park. But if you're a budget traveler, $500 a night is
That's a lot.
pretty expensive.
Yeah.
And we can do a lot of things and spend that in a more economical way and see more things. So
Yeah. Yeah, I would say if you're traveling and your card has points, most of the time you can probably use those points and cover the hotel and the flight.
when we were able to, we tried to eat local, which is what we always do. Gas was very expensive.
Yeah, it was.
I have a senior card, so everyone in the car, you don't pay.
What does that include in the pass? Can you just go to any national park?
Any national park.
Oh, sweet. And do you have to be a certain age or?
If I recall, it was maybe 60.
Okay, that's awesome.
And then we went to Old Faithful. We saw the eruption.
Yeah, I thought the north entrance was really great. They had some shops, restaurants, the Roosevelt Arch is there. There's a really cool river that you can actually, I don't remember the name of it. But there's a river that runs through Gardiner, and you can actually walk down to it and get in. And there were some people and their dogs, and some people fishing, and it was really beautiful there.
Yeah, they have a little park um, there overlooking the river.
The Grand Canyon was wild. It was absolutely beautiful. There's trails going through the tree line on top of the hill. You can get some really cool pictures of a waterfall behind you. If you're scared of heights, don't look down because it's pretty far. Just the different areas. They had rangers and taking them on tours and explain the history and exactly what's going on with why the water is getting that hot and stuff like that, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, the canyon, they actually have a road that you can drive, not the entire canyon, but most of it beside it. And then there's multiple stops where you can, or overlooks, and you can see a lot of the canyon. And then there are trails where you can get even closer, even better views. The trails are not, I mean, I'm 75. I'm not in great shape, but all the trails I was able to navigate without any problem.
Heck yeah.
They actually have little places where if you're going, if you got a lot of steps, you see people, a bench or something where people will sit and stop and they'll finish going up. So that's just something to think about. If you're a little worried, you can try it. If you can't, then just, you've seen already more than you would if you just stayed at the pull off where the cars are.
Mm.
But it's amazing. The canyon has a lot of different colors, yellows, golds, um, and then they have a road along what they call the upper falls and the lower falls, so you can see it from um,
Bunch of
diff-
different
yeah,
points of view.
different elevations, and the lower fall. It's actually the fall there is actually higher than Niagara Falls.
Oh, yeah, the elevation.
Well, the height of the falls itself is
Oh,
actually,
oh,
uh,
that's
it's falls farther than Niagara.
that is funny because when you look from Niagara from far, I mean, even close up, I feel like it's absolutely huge, but I guess that's true. The height would be taller, but, like, the width and just the scope of Niagara Falls would be a lot more. But that was cool.
Yeah.
That was super cool.
Yeah, it's,
So don't look down.
they were really able to showcase the canyon, um, with the roads and, so the terrain just worked out, so you can see a lot, and it's well worth it. That's probably that's probably I'd rather if I could only see one thing, between the canyon and the geyser, Old Faithful, I would take the canyon, um, because it was just that pretty, that spectacular. Um, the falls, I mean, Old Faithful, you're sitting there waiting 90 minutes or whatever you've waited, and, you get a minute, 2 minutes, I'm not sure
Right.
how long it erupts, and then, okay, you're done.
No.
And where you can spend a lot of time, the trails and seeing both the upper and lower of the canyon there.
That's true. Yeah. And I forgot to mention earlier when we are talking about the geyser, but on average, it's an hour and 45 minutes between each time it goes off. Sometimes it's, a little bit shorter, sometimes a little bit longer. But typically on average that's what you're looking at. So you can kind of time it um whenever you're getting there. What surprised me the most was just how big the sky was. Like, it's weird to say that, but I've never been able to look up and then see that far. Um, and it just looked otherworldly. From the geyser to the hot springs to the canyon. I mean, that's stuff you would never see on the East Coast at all. So it's where I thought it was well worth going.
Yeah, when you're driving, and because you can see so far, you don't realize just how far away something may be.
Oh, yeah. Until you see like a truck or a
Yeah,
person, it kind of gives you an idea.
you can drive and drive and drive. You've seen it for a long time, but
Still not there.
you're still not there. Exactly.
So, as you can tell, we had a wonderful time in Yellowstone, and we will be back to the western part of the United States very soon. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one. We appreciate you sticking with us to the end of this video. We share travel tips, packing videos, and tools for navigating the Points and Miles ecosystem. If this interests you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out. Have a great day, and we will see you next time.